You know, for weeks and months, we've been following the story of Jonathan Mayers and this whole case against his crazy, narcissistic ex-girlfriend. We all knew that this was going to happen, but the fact that they actually found this man guilty of assault of his girlfriend, knowing full well that she's the one that is portraying this whole thing. This is what I don't want to be in a relationship. This is one of these reasons why I refuse to be in one. Why? Because for one, you have a Caucasian person that is not in the right mind, who you thought that she was the one, but then later on down the line, her whole demeanor and personality changed for the worse. Females, because they're women and they always play victims all the time, especially when it comes to the domestic violence situation. Because once you go through some stuff in Hollywood and the industry, you lose everything. Even your career. Your major role that you're starring in. Instead of people having your back and supporting you in any kind of crappy situations like this, they would rather just drop you instead and cast somebody else in this upcoming picture, movie, or TV show. This is Hollywood. This is what happens when you get into the industry. You get into it with somebody that you thought was the one for you, and then all of a sudden they just turn a blind eye and just fooled you. The villain. Because there are plenty of videos and evidence of him running from his crazy girlfriend, intoxicated, and they claim that he assaulted her. Something is not right about this situation, because the police on this case, they're just hiding the real facts. That she was the one that perpetrated the whole thing. And honestly, I feel like any type of men in the industry, when they face accusations, I think we all know they're gonna end up losing their careers over it. When women go through this stuff, they get to keep their careers. Listen, I'm trying to tell y'all something, man. Let me just tell y'all something right now. In today's day and age, when it comes to double standards, when women go through all of this crap, being accused of essaying and doing God knows what to a man, they get to keep their careers because they're women. But when men go through stuff like this, they lose everything. It's obvious to me that the double standards in this situation is nowhere near this whole incident. It's like it's been thrown out the window. Nobody cares or understands what a man is dealing with, especially when he's dealing with false allegations, knowing full well that it's not true. Well, there's literally evidence of him avoiding domestic violence. And she was drunk inside of his closet by the time the police got to his house. Or did the jurors actually forget about that? Of course they would. Because they don't want to see a black man become successful, excuse me. They want to see us go down in flames instead of rise up, rise above, and continue to go up and take them, take more W's. This is not only heartbroken because I feel like as a man, this is exactly what I fear if I get into any kind of industry that I'm into. But honestly, this is heartbroken. This is very depressing every time I hear stuff like this. It's like men don't even matter in society anymore. You know what? I'm just sick of it. A jury convicted Jonathan Mayers of assaulting his former girlfriend. The Marvel and Creed 3 actor 34 was found guilty of assault and harassment. He was also acquitted of a different assault charge of aggravated harassment. The charges stemmed from a dispute between Mayers and his girlfriend that began in the back seat of a car and spilled into the streets of Manhattan one night last March. So this was last year. What you see, this is the one thing that really drives me insane with this though. They're doing this now when they could have done this last year. Now all of a sudden the stories is just coming out. I don't know why wait until now you want to come out with a story like this when you could have done it last year. He would have stayed with the MCU. He could have. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Jabari testified about the substantial pain she suffered after he allegedly assaulted her in the back seat of a cab this spring. It made it look like he assaulted her, but all he did was shove her in the back seat to get away from her because she was too drunk and intoxicated to the point where she had to chase this man down the street across Manhattan. This is insane, bruh. The New York District Attorney charged Jonathan Mayers with multiple counts of assault and harassment following his arrest and an alleged domestic dispute. In the documents obtained by Fox News Digital at the time, Mayers was charged with 2 counts of assault in the 3rd degree, aggravated harassment in the 2nd degree, attempted assault in the 3rd degree, and harassment in the 2nd degree. Man. Police responded to a 911 call in the Chelsea neighborhood of Manhattan, and upon investigation determined Mayers assaulted a 30-year-old woman. Throughout the trial, he maintained that he was the victim of the confrontation. Like I said before, as a man, I'm pissed off. I'm pissed about this because I feel like this man went through so much, losing his career in the MCU, of any roles in films. And now he's been found guilty of assault, knowing full well that the evidence that the judge put out on the internet of him running away from his estranged girlfriend of being assaulted. And there were multiple audio recordings from her telling her of what's gonna happen if the truth comes out. It's sad that in society, a man can never ever win in any situation. It's always the women that are winning. And people in society will believe her lies. And what's even worse is that this Tory Lane situation, when the person that was with them actually came out and told the truth. And now he's gonna have a second chance in life. He might not be able to spend time in jail. And Megan Thee Stallion, her little lying self, is on the internet and crying and complaining about he really did shot her. And yet you put him in jail. And I swear, man, you know, for the likes of me, I personally feel like there's too many manipulation and misandrous everywhere in this world that truly hate men, that don't want to see men succeed. They want to see men fall and the women stay up top because they have the power. I don't get this world. I really hope there's some more updates to this story because he ain't guilty. He's innocent. And for the people in New York actually found him guilty because they believe lies. This whole thing is starting to remind me of Johnny Depp's situation. He clearly beat the abuser in court as far as like evidence, receipts exposing her, and everybody from Amber Heard's side exposed her. He beat the court case, but he lost his career. And yet he's still making commercials. I think for Jonathan Mayers, he's going to end up being fine. If there's more information about this, I hope to God he ends up being in this case, because we all knew that he was innocent. But this? Nah, bruh. This is cap. This is cap.